month's lesson, I want to teach you about the Bmin7 tuning. To get there, we need to drop our E down to a B, an A down to an F sharp, our D down to a B, our G down to an F sharp, and our B down to an A, and our E down to a D. So we have B, F sharp, B, F sharp, A, D. Now I've created 3 examples or exercises to give you some inspiration, but the idea behind this is that you make it your own. You apply some creativity to it, you have some fun, and you create something new. So in exercise or example 1, I've created a simple riff for you to get stuck into. So we're using 4 chords. The first one, we're putting our first finger on the 2nd fret on the B string, and in our right hand we're playing the D, G and B. The second chord, we move our first finger up to the G on the 2nd fret, and our little finger goes onto the 5th fret on the B. And then we slide this shape up, then just slightly adjust it so we have the first finger on the G on 5 and our little finger on the 7 on the B, and now we've got the 3rd finger playing a bass note on the E string on the 7th fret. And then we move that shape down to have 3, 5 and 5. And we play this in a very particular rhythm. We play the chord twice. In between that, we've got a rhythmic mechanism to keep things moving, whereby we slap, go up with our fingers to play the D string, and down with our thumb to play the E. And you'll notice in between all these notes, I'm quite often killing the notes so that everything sounds tighter and more syncopated. Now I'm doing that with a mixture of my left hand and my right hand by coming back and touching the strings in between. And this can apply to the rhythmic mechanism in between or just the chords. So when we put that together, we have the choice of playing it straight or we can really swing it. Now I've created a simple sort of scale shape to you. It's not really a scale in the way that we know it, because I've just put notes that are quite convenient for you to reach whilst you're playing these chords. And also I've deliberately left out some quite specific notes so that you can find them yourself. So you want to take this shape and you want to improvise with it. You want to find your own melodies and even find notes that I haven't put in. Just experiment, because in example or exercise 3, we're going to start to put this scale or shape in between the chords so that we can have an improvisation section you can really get stuck in. This is really beneficial to add notes yourself in because it really helps your ear and your general musicality. So in exercise or example 3, I've put together this riff with a melodic line in between to give you a bit of inspiration for making your own. You'll notice the example melodic or lead line that I've used is using exactly the same, or pretty much exactly the same, rhythmic idea as we're using in the main riff. So the idea behind this is to keep it simple. It's a really good device to use if you're not feeling particularly confident when it comes to improvising. So if you take some of the notes from the shape that I created for you in example or exercise 2 and just play them in the same kind of rhythm. And then just slightly vary it as you get more and more into the flow of playing. You'll be able to find your own lines and melodic phrases much more competently. The important thing is to have fun and be as creative as you're possibly able to be.